Chase Elliott is out. His replacement is locked in. Chase Elliott is out. His replacement is locked in. And the reason behind this swap is bigger than anyone expected. Now, before you think Elliott got benched or dropped, let me clear that up. This was planned all along. But the story around it is what makes this so interesting, so stick with me. Last Saturday night, Chase Elliott jumped into the number 88 Chevrolet for JR Motorsports in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Chicagoland Speedway. This was a big deal on its own. It was the first NASCAR race of any kind at Chicagoland since 2019, and it was Elliott's first start in that series for JR Motorsports since way back in 2021. He didn't just show up and ride around either. He charged all the way to a second-place finish. For a guy who hasn't run that series in years, that's about as good as it gets. But here's the twist. That was a one-and-done deal. Elliott is not coming back for this weekend's race, even though it's at Atlanta, which is basically his home track. And JR Motorsports has now officially confirmed who takes his place. It's Rajah Caruth. He's back behind the wheel of that number 88 car for Saturday night's race at EchoPark Speedway, which is the Atlanta track. And honestly, this move wasn't a shock to the team. It was set up all along as part of a driver rotation. Elliott was just filling in for one race, and now the seat goes back to Caruth. To understand why so many drivers keep swapping in and out of this car, you have to know the backstory. Caruth was brought in to replace Connor Zilisch, who left to race full-time for Trackhouse Racing at the Top Cup level. But Caruth's deal only covered 23 of the races. The other 10 got split up between the big-name Hendrick Cup drivers. Kyle Larson already ran his 3. William Byron ran his 3. Larson even picked up 2 more that were supposed to be Alex Bowman's, so Larson ended up with 5 total. And Elliott, he had 2 races on his schedule, and Chicagoland was the first one. Now, for Caruth, this is a huge stretch of the season. Atlanta is a track he knows. He finished 8th there back in February, but his year has been a grind. With just 4 races left before the playoffs, he sits 14th in the standings, and he's 48 points below the cutoff line to make it in. That's a real hole to climb out of. Part of the challenge is that Caruth has been splitting time between 2 different cars. When he's not in the number 88, he drives the number 32 Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. And the difference between those 2 teams is night and day. The No. 88 team sits second in the owner's standings. The number 32 team sits 17th. 4 of his 6 top 1-0 finishes this year came in that stronger number 88 car. So you can see why this seat matters so much to him. His best run all season was a 4th place finish at Rockingham. Here's another interesting piece. Caruth has just 1 more race scheduled in that No. 32 car, and it's the late July race at Indianapolis. And guess who's going to be in the number 88 that same weekend? Chase Elliott, making his second and final start in the series for the year. After that, Caruth takes the No. 88 for the entire 9-race playoff run. But he's got an uphill battle to become one of the 12 drivers who are actually eligible to fight for the championship once the playoffs reset after the finale at Daytona in late August. If you want to watch Caruth this weekend, the Focused Health 250 from Atlanta is on the CW network starting at 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Okay, so that's the confirmed replacement. But it's the other announcement tied to Elliott that really got people talking. And it's a heavy one. Spire Motorsports announced that Chase Elliott is going to drive the number 7 Chevrolet Silverado in the Truck Series race at North Wilkesboro on July 18. HendrickCars.com is sponsoring it. Now, on the surface, that sounds like fun news. Elliott running a truck race is cool, but here's what makes it emotional. That No. 7 truck is the same one Kyle Busch won his final races in before he passed away. If you missed it, Kyle Busch died on May 21 at just 41 years old. It shook the entire NASCAR world. Busch was one of the greatest to ever do it, with a record 234 wins across NASCAR's top 3 series, and 69 of those came in the Truck Series alone. This year, he had signed an 8-race deal to run that number 7 truck for Spire. He completed 4 of those races and won 2 of them, taking checkered flags at Atlanta and at Dover. And that Dover win came just 6 days before he died. It ended up being the last win of his entire career. After his death, Spire had to find drivers to finish out his schedule. The number 7 became a revolving door. Corey Day, Rajah Caruth, Connor Mosack, Sammy Smith, and Michael McDowell all took turns in it. Day crashed out at Charlotte. Caruth finished second at Nashville. And now North Wilkesboro was next on that list, so Elliott gets the call. There's still one more race on Busch's old schedule, Richmond on August 14, and Spire hasn't named a driver for that one yet. What makes Elliott a fitting pick goes deeper than you'd think. Back in 2020, when Busch was dominating the Truck Series, a $100,000 Kyle Busch bounty was put up for any full-time Cup driver who could beat him. Chase Elliott did exactly that at Charlotte, beating Busch to grab both the win and the money. So, there's real history between these two in this exact series. Elliott hasn't run a truck race since 2023, when he finished 10th at Daytona. He's never been a full-time truck racer, but he's really good when he shows up. In 18 career truck starts, he's got 3 wins with an average finish of 7.7. His first truck win came way back in 2013 Inches Canada, and he also won at Martinsville in 2017 and Charlotte in 2020. But here's a fun fact. He's never raced a truck at North Wilkesboro before, and that weekend is going to be absolutely wild for him. Elliott is pulling triple duty. He's running the truck for Spire, running his 9 Cup car for Hendrick, and running a Friday night late model race in